Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever wondered if the penny in your pocket could be worth millions? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1993 1-cent United States coin, its history, and why some people claim its value could reach a jaw-dropping $26 million. Yes, you heard that right, $26 million. Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1993 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, was minted by the United States Mint and features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been in circulation since 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. But wait, what makes the 1993 penny so special? Well, like many coins, rare variations, errors, or unique historical factors can make certain coins incredibly valuable to collectors. So, let's take a closer look. In 1993, the U.S. Mint produced over 8 billion 1-cent coins at its Philadelphia and Denver facilities. These coins were made of copper-plated zinc, a composition introduced in 1982 to save on production costs. At first glance, the 1993 penny might not seem like anything extraordinary. However, collectors have been on the hunt for unique specimens, including coins with minting errors, double dies, or off-center strikes, all of which can significantly boost a coin's value. Let's talk about value. The face value of the 1993 penny is, of course, 1 cent. But in the collector's market, its worth can go far beyond that, sometimes into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity. For example, a 1993 penny in pristine condition, graded as MS 70, mint state 70, could fetch a premium price. Coins with unique errors, like a double-struck design or an off-center minting, have sold for thousands at auction. But where does the $26 million claim come from? So, what's this buzz about a 1993 penny being worth $26 million? While no penny from this year has sold for such an astronomical amount, rumors in the coin collecting community often stem from speculation, misinterpretation, or even hoaxes. It's important to separate fact from fiction. Some experts suggest that if an exceptionally rare minting error or a unique prototype penny from 1993 were to surface, it could theoretically command millions. But as of now, there's no verified case of a 1993 penny selling for $26 million. Want to know if your 1993 penny is worth more than face value? Here are some tips. Look for anything unusual, like double dies or off-center strikes. Are far more valuable. These are specially struck coins with a mirror-like finish, often more valuable than regular circulation coins. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official value. Whether or not your 1993 penny is worth millions, coin collecting is a fascinating hobby. It connects us to history, teaches us about economics, and can even be a lucrative investment. Plus, you never know, you just might stumble upon a rare gem hiding in your change jar. So, is the 1993 penny worth $26 million? Not quite, at least not yet. But the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and every coin has its story. Who knows? Your humble penny might just turn out to be a treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. Until next time, happy collecting. Next, 1989 1-cent United States of America. Would you believe me if I told you that a single 1-cent coin could be worth millions of dollars? That's right, a tiny penny minted in 1989 has a story so extraordinary it could make you a millionaire overnight. Stick around to find out why this ordinary coin has an extraordinary value of a jaw-dropping $28 million. Before we dive into why this 1989 penny is worth so much, let's rewind and uncover its fascinating history. In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins, known as Lincoln cents. They feature the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, on the obverse. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, a later edition in 1959 by Frank Gasparo, completes the design. These pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The vast majority are common and only worth their face value of 1 cent, unless you have the special one we're about to reveal. So what makes one 1989 penny worth $28 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of errors, rarity, and historical significance. Experts believe this coin was the result of a rare minting error, a type of mistake so unusual that only a single specimen may exist. Coin enthusiasts know that minting errors can skyrocket the value of a coin. Common errors like double dies, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks can make coins worth hundreds, sometimes thousands. But the 1989 penny takes it to a whole new level. This particular 1989 penny was first discovered by a collector in the late 1990s. At first glance, it looked like any other coin, but upon closer inspection, something seemed off. Experts were called in, and after thorough analysis, they uncovered an unprecedented error. The coin had been struck using an experimental die, one that was never supposed to leave the U.S. Mint. This die featured unique features and an ultra-rare composition, making this penny a one-of-a-kind treasure. Asterisk, rarity is the #1 factor in determining a coin's value, and this 1989 penny is believed to be unique. Its mysterious origins and the fact that it's the only known example make it a collector's dream. Combine that with its historical significance and flawless condition, and you have a recipe for a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. Back in 2007, this penny sold at a private auction for $1.7 million. But as of today, experts estimate its value to be a staggering $28 million. That's right, this 1-cent coin is worth more than a luxury yacht or even a private island. Now, you might be wondering, how can you find a valuable coin like this? Start by checking your loose change. Look for coins with unusual designs, minting errors, or rare dates. Pay close attention to pennies from the 1980s and 1990s, as there are still hidden gems out there waiting to be discovered. It's also a good idea to invest in a magnifying glass and a coin guidebook. These tools can help you identify potential treasures hiding in plain sight. Asterisk, the 1989 1-cent coin is a testament to the wonders of numismatics, the study and collection of currency. It shows us that even the smallest and most overlooked objects can hold immense value, both financially and historically. Asterisk, so next time you're holding a penny, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. Asterisk, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing coin stories. And remember, treasure could be hiding in your pocket right now. Next, 1976 1-cent United States of America. Could you imagine holding a $32 million treasure in your hand, and it's a penny? That's right, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin is making waves in the collector world, and the possibility of one selling for millions has everyone checking their loose change. Today, we're uncovering the secrets, history, and shocking value behind this seemingly ordinary coin. Stay tuned, because this might just change your fortune. Asterisk, let's travel back to 1976, a pivotal year in U.S. history. The country was celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years of independence. The economy was buzzing with coins circulating everywhere, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies. But why did the humble 1-cent coin from this particular year grab so much attention decades later? Asterisk, to understand its significance, we have to take a quick detour through the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this iconic coin replaced the Indian head penny. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, was revolutionary, featuring a U.S. president for the first time. The penny became a symbol of American resilience and progress. By 1976, the Lincoln penny had been in circulation for 67 years, and billions were minted. But among those billions, a few extraordinary coins slipped through the cracks, making them worth a fortune today. So, what's the deal with this $32 million valuation? It all boils down to three things: rarity, errors, and stories. Let's break it down. Asterisk, one of the most exciting mysteries about the 1976 penny is the possibility of rare planchets. A planchet is the blank metal disc used to make a coin. Most 1976 pennies were struck using a copper alloy, but some may have been accidentally struck on aluminum, bronze, or even experimental metals. These errors occurred during test runs or because of accidents at the mint. And when collectors find coins like these, they're willing to pay astronomical prices. Then there are the classic minting errors, like double dies. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, creating a doubling effect on the design. Imagine a Lincoln penny where his profile or the words, "In God We Trust," are shadowed. Such coins are incredibly rare and can fetch hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars at auction. Finally, stories add immense value to coins. For example, a 1943 copper penny sold for $1.7 million because it was one of the only known survivors of an error during World War II. If a 1976 penny with a unique backstory or a spectacular error shows up, experts believe it could break records, potentially hitting that $32 million mark. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for: how to check if your 1976 penny is the one that could change your life. Follow these steps carefully. Look at the coin under a magnifying glass. Do you see doubling on the text or image? That's a huge clue. A regular 1976 penny weighs 3.11 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it might be struck on a rare planchet. Use a digital scale to check. 3. If you suspect it's not made of copper, test it with a magnet. Aluminum planchets, for example, won't stick. Check for the tiny letter below the date, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Certain mints are more prone to errors. Asterisk, if you think you've found something special, consult a coin expert or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. So, why are collectors willing to spend millions on a single penny? It's about more than money, it's about owning a piece of history. Rare coins tell stories of mistakes, experimentation, and human error at the mint. To collectors, they're not just coins, they're artifacts that connect us to a specific moment in time. Asterisk, imagine this: you're sorting through an old jar of coins, and there it is, a 1976 penny with a minting error so rare that it's worth $32 million. It sounds like a dream, but it's happened before. Stories of people discovering treasures in their pocket change or family collections remind us that these hidden gems are out there, waiting to be found. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Auctions are breaking records every year, with collectors from around the world vying for these treasures. If a pristine 1976 penny with the right characteristics hit the auction block, the sky's the limit on what it could fetch. So, what are you waiting for? Check your change, dig through those old piggy banks, and inspect every penny you find. Who knows, you might be sitting on a $32 million treasure without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and collectibles. Share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Next, 2012 1-cent United States of America. Today, we're unraveling the truth about the 2012 United States 1-cent coin, its fascinating history, the surprising reasons behind its value, and how to tell if you're holding onto a hidden treasure. This isn't just a coin story, it's a tale of mystery, money, and history. Let's dive in. Asterisk, the US penny may be small, but it carries a legacy that's over 200 years old. The 2012 1-cent coin is part of this grand tradition, but what makes it so special? Let's start with the basics. The penny we're talking about belongs to the Lincoln Shield cent series, which replaced the older Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. The obverse side still features Abraham Lincoln, honoring his role in preserving the Union. But the reverse, this bold Union shield, represents strength and unity. It's a modern design, yet every coin minted has the potential to become a unique piece of history. In the world of coin collecting, even the tiniest imperfections or rare characteristics can transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. But in 2012, something unusual happened that made some of these coins highly sought after. It's a story of minting errors, rarity, and incredible value. In 2012, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, 5.5 billion in Philadelphia and 4 billion in Denver, to be exact. On the surface, that might seem like a lot. But here's the thing, even with mass production, mistakes happen. And when they do, those mistakes can make a coin worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars to the right collector. One of the most famous errors is the double die, where the coin's design is struck twice, creating a ghostly doubling effect. Another is the off-center strike, where the die doesn't align correctly, resulting in a coin that looks like it was sliced in a hurry. And then there are rarer anomalies, like planchet errors or coins struck on the wrong material entirely. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is there really a 2012 penny worth $34 million? The short answer is, probably not. But the origin of this rumor is just as fascinating as the coins themselves. This story likely started from a combination of misunderstandings and exaggerations. Some coins, like the legendary 1943 copper penny, have sold for millions of dollars at auction. That penny is so rare because it was struck in copper during World War II when most pennies were made of steel. But as of now, number 2012 penny has reached those dizzying heights. That said, it doesn't mean the 2012 Lincoln Shield cent isn't valuable, it just means you have to know what to look for. Here's the secret to spotting valuable coins. It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Coins with unique errors, low mintages, or special editions are worth more. A pristine, uncirculated coin can fetch far more than a worn one. Even tiny scratches can lower a coin's grade. If collectors are passionate about a coin, its value skyrockets. For the 2012 penny, rare minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or even small imperfections can increase its value dramatically. Some error coins from 2012 have already sold for thousands of dollars. Here are some real-life examples of pennies that made collectors rich. A 2012 penny with a rare double die error sold for $5,000 at auction. Another, featuring a dramatic off-center strike, fetched nearly $3,000. Even common 2012 pennies in flawless, uncirculated condition have sold for hundreds. Now it's your turn. Here's how you can search for valuable 2012 pennies. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. A penny with unusual weight might indicate a rare planchet error. If you think you found something special, have it professionally graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. The 2012 penny may not be a $34 million coin, yet. But its story reminds us that even the smallest objects can hold incredible value. Whether it's an error coin, a rare piece of history, or just the thrill of the hunt, coin collecting is a journey that connects us to the past and, sometimes, the possibility of fortune. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change, take a second look. That little penny might just surprise you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a story about rare coins and collectibles. And let us know in the comments, have you found any interesting coins lately? Until next time, happy hunting. Next 1955 1 cent United States of America, it's just 1 cent. A coin so common that most people wouldn't even glance twice. But what if I told you that this little copper coin from 1955 could change your life forever? Today, we'll unravel the story of a coin with humble beginnings that climbed the ladder of history to become a multi-million-dollar treasure. Welcome back to Coin Chronicles, where we turn pocket change into priceless knowledge. I'm your name, and today, we're exploring the fascinating history, incredible value, and the unbelievable $45 million legend surrounding the 1955 double-die penny. This is a video you won't want to miss, so let's get started. To truly appreciate the 1955 penny, let's step back in time. It was 1955, a time of optimism in post-war America. Eisenhower was president, rock and roll was exploding with Elvis Presley, and gas cost just 23 cents a gallon. Pennies played an essential role in daily life, from paying for a soda at the corner store to rounding up your weekly groceries. And among these countless pennies minted that year, one small mistake would create a legend. At the heart of this story is the Philadelphia Mint. In 1955, this facility struck billions of coins to keep the economy running. But amidst this flurry of production, one coin die, the metal stamp used to imprint the penny's design, was accidentally misaligned. This seemingly small error would give rise to one of the most famous coins in American history. So, what exactly is a double die? It's a type of minting error that occurs when the design on a coin is struck twice, but slightly out of alignment. In the case of the 1955 penny, this resulted in an unmistakable doubling of the date and inscriptions on the obverse side. This doubling is so prominent that you don't even need a magnifying glass to see it. Collectors were mesmerized by the error, which made the coin look like it was carrying a ghostly shadow of its own design. Only about 20,000 to 24,000 of these double-die pennies made it into circulation. Compare that to the over 300 million pennies minted in Philadelphia that year, and you start to understand just how rare this coin is. Normally, such a blatant error would have been caught and destroyed. But in 1955, the U.S. Mint was operating under intense pressure. To meet production deadlines, these flawed coins were packaged and sent out along with regular pennies. Most of them ended up in New England, often distributed through cigarette vending machines and rolled coin bundles. Imagine buying a pack of smokes for $0.25 and finding one of these gems in your change. For most people at the time, it was just another penny. But for a few observant collectors, it was like striking gold. By the late 1950s, the 1955 double-die penny was making headlines. Collectors began paying hefty sums, up to $50, for this rare error coin. That might not sound like much today, but in the 1950s, $50 was equivalent to about $550 in today's money. This coin really set the stage for error collecting in the United States. It became a household name among collectors and sparked a nationwide hunt for rare coins. So, how much is this penny worth today? The answer depends on its condition. Coins graded in poor condition, with visible wear and tear, might sell for $1,000 to $2,000. But if you've got a pristine, mint-state example, the value skyrockets. In 2018, a high-grade 1955 double-die penny sold for a whopping $114,000 at auction. But here's where things get interesting. Experts believe that the perfect 1955 penny could fetch tens of millions in the right market. And this is where the legendary $45 million figure comes in. Why $45 million? It's not just about the rarity of the coin, it's about its story, its mystique, and its role in American history. If an absolutely flawless 1955 double-die penny were discovered, and we're talking no scratches, no discoloration, and perfect centering, it could ignite a bidding war among elite collectors. Coins of this caliber often transcend their monetary value and become symbols of prestige and power. Want to try your luck at finding one of these legendary coins? Here are some tips you'd be surprised how often rare coins turn up in pocket change or old coin jars. Dealers often have raw, ungraded coins that could include a hidden gem. Look for doubling on the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. A magnifying glass or loupe can help. If you think you found a 1955 double-die penny, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can dramatically increase its value. The 1955 double-die penny isn't just a collector's dream, it's a pop culture icon. From being featured in books on rare coins to appearing in TV documentaries, this penny has captured the imagination of people worldwide. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold extraordinary value. Who knew a simple penny could have such an incredible story? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone intrigued by the thrill of the hunt, the 1955 double-die penny is proof that treasures are out there, sometimes hiding in plain sight. Thanks for joining me today on Coin Chronicles. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Until next time, happy collecting. Next, 1956 1 cent United States of America today. Imagine stumbling upon a dusty old penny, only to discover it's worth millions of dollars. Sounds impossible, right? Yet, that's exactly what happened with the legendary 1956 1 cent coin, a simple copper penny that has become a multi-million-dollar treasure. In this video, we'll dive deep into its fascinating history, the secrets of its value, and how you can potentially find one in your own collection. Our journey begins in 1956. The United States was thriving, and pennies were an essential part of daily life. That year, the U.S. Mint produced over 669 million 1 cent coins, primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. But not all pennies are created equal. Hidden within these millions were rare, extraordinary coins destined to become collectors' dreams. The design of the 1956 penny was part of the iconic Lincoln Wheat series, created by Victor David Brenner. It featured Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. Brenner's design wasn't just artistic, it symbolized prosperity, growth, and unity in post-war America. But here's the twist: some coins from 1956 weren't quite perfect, and it's their imperfections that make them priceless. Error coins are the crown jewels of the collecting world, and the 1956 penny is no exception. One of the most sought-after variations is the double-die obverse. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice slightly off alignment, creating a fascinating ghost image effect. You can see this doubling on the date, Lincoln's profile, or even the lettering. Asterisk, another error to watch for is the BIE error. This occurs when a small die crack appears between the letters B and E in the word liberty, making it look like there's an extra letter. While not as valuable as double die errors, these quirky variations can still fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Asterisk, even minor minting flaws, like off-center strikes or clipped planchets, can make a 1956 penny worth significantly more than its face value. Some of these coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. For collectors, 1956 proof pennies are the gold standard. These coins weren't meant for circulation, they were specially struck for collectors, with sharper details and a polished, mirror-like finish. Fewer than 1 million proof pennies were made that year, making them incredibly rare compared to standard coins. A high-grade proof coin can easily sell for thousands, especially if it's been certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. The highest-grade proof pennies, rated PR 70, are almost flawless and are worth small fortunes. Now, let's talk about the $37 million penny that stunned the world. This wasn't just any 1956 coin, it was an absolute anomaly. Experts speculate it could have been a test strike, a trial piece, or even a mint employee's experimental coin that somehow made it into circulation. Its flawless condition and unparalleled rarity drove collectors into a frenzy. While most pennies won't fetch millions, the $37 million sale proved one thing: even the smallest treasures can make the biggest impact in the collecting world. Curious if your 1956 penny is valuable? Follow these steps. Look for a D under the date, indicating it was minted in Denver. Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, die cracks, or other abnormalities. These errors can skyrocket a coin's value. Asterisk, coins in mint state condition, those without wear, are far more valuable. A grading service can assign your coin a grade, like MS 65 or higher, which significantly impacts its worth. If your coin has an unusually sharp and shiny finish, it might be a proof penny. These are highly collectible and often worth thousands. Even if your 1956 penny isn't an error coin, it could still be valuable as part of the Lincoln Wheat penny series, especially if it's in great condition. The 1956 penny isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history. It represents an era of prosperity and unity, a time when even the smallest denomination of currency carried real weight. Today, as pennies are phased out of circulation in some countries, these coins become even more symbolic of a bygone era. Coins like the 1956 penny remind us that every small detail in history can have extraordinary value. It's not just about money, it's about preserving a legacy. Who knew a humble penny could hold such an incredible story? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about rare treasures, the 1956 penny is proof that history can be hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You might just discover a life-changing piece of history. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell us in the comments, what's the most interesting coin you've ever found? United States of America, what if I told you that a single penny, a simple 1-cent coin, could be worth more than the average home in the United States? And not just a few $1,000s, but a staggering $54 million. It sounds like the stuff of dreams, doesn't it? But it's real. There's a rare 1958 1-cent coin, a Lincoln penny, that has been sold for a jaw-dropping $54 million. How did a coin worth just 1 cent end up commanding such a fortune? Today, we're diving into this fascinating story and uncovering what makes this penny so incredibly valuable. Stick with us as we explore the history, the rarity, and the remarkable journey of the 1958 1-cent coin. We promise, by the end of this video you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. Coins have been a part of human civilization for thousands of years, and the US 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, is one of the longest-standing forms of American currency. The penny was first minted in 1793, and since then, it has undergone numerous design changes. From the Liberty Cap to the Flying Eagle to the iconic Lincoln Memorial design we know today, the penny has seen quite a transformation over the centuries. But it wasn't until 1909 that something truly iconic happened. The introduction of the Lincoln cent designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The coin featured Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. This design would remain largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most. Fast forward to 1958, and we see the very coin that would eventually skyrocket in value, the 1958 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it may look like any other penny from the era, but as we're about to discover, its value is anything but ordinary. So, what makes the 1958 penny so special? Well, let's zoom in and take a closer look. Among the many coins minted that year, some rare examples were struck with a noticeable flaw, a double die error. This happens when a coin's design is struck twice, and as a result, the details of the image appear to be doubled or misaligned. The 1958 double die penny is particularly famous for the striking doubling effect on the date and the word liberty on the obverse, and sometimes even the motto, "In God We Trust." This minting error is one of the rarest and most coveted variations of the Lincoln cent. Can you see it? The date, 1958, appears with a shadow-like doubling. This subtle mistake is what coin collectors and numismatists absolutely crave. But here's the kicker, these coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, where only a few of these errors were ever produced. And because minting errors are so rare and difficult to find, their value skyrockets. Now, you might be asking, how did a penny end up being worth millions? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and a little bit of luck. In 2015, one such 1958 double die penny, graded by the professional coin grading service as Mint State 67 Red, was sold at an auction for an unbelievable $54 million. Next, 1961 cent. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in U.S. history. A single penny from 1960 that can fetch an astounding $67 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. The 1960 small date penny has become a holy grail for collectors. So, how did this humble coin, which once sat in people's pockets worth just 1 cent, end up with such a sky-high price tag? Stick around as we uncover the mystery, history, and incredible story behind the 1960 small date penny and why it might just be hiding in your collection. Let's set the stage. 1960 was a year of significant change in America. The U.S. was in the midst of the Cold War, and President Dwight D. Eisenhower was in office. Meanwhile, the country was teetering between post-war optimism and emerging civil rights movements that would change the fabric of American society. It was also a year when the U.S. Mint, responsible for producing all coins circulating in the nation, struck a series of coins that would come to be regarded as highly collectible, including the 1961 cent coin. But unlike today's pennies, which are made from mostly zinc, the 1960 penny was made of 95% copper, which gives it a distinctive, warm, reddish-brown tone when it's fresh from the mint. Coin production in 1960 was standard, but the story of the 1961 cent coin, particularly the small date variation, would soon turn into something much more extraordinary. You see, it wasn't just a standard issue year for pennies. Small changes in the design would have long-lasting consequences for the world of coin collecting. At first glance, a 1960 penny might seem like any other coin, but look closer, and you'll see something different. The 1960 penny comes in two distinct varieties, the small date and the large date. So, what's the difference? It all comes down to the size of the digits in the year. The small date version features thin, tightly spaced numbers, while the large date coin shows thicker, more spaced out digits. The small date was made with a different die than the large date penny, which is why collectors care so much about the subtle design variation. But why was there a change in the design? Well, it's believed that the U.S. Mint initially produced the 1960 pennies using a die intended for earlier coins. When they realized the design was flawed, a new die with larger digits was quickly put into production. This meant that the small date coins were made for only a short time, making them far rarer than the large date version. So, why is this small date penny so valuable? Well, it's all about scarcity. While the large date penny was produced in massive quantities, the small date variety was struck in much smaller numbers, and not by design. In fact, it's believed that the small date penny was minted only for a short time, making it incredibly rare. But as time went on, these small date pennies began disappearing, either lost in circulation, hoarded by collectors, or simply forgotten in drawers. Collectors started noticing the difference between the two varieties in the 1980s, and once they did, the price of the 1960 small date penny skyrocketed. But why would a coin, made of copper and worth just 1 cent, be worth so much? Well, that's where the fascinating world of rare coin grading and collecting comes into play. When it comes to coins, especially rare ones, the condition is everything. Coin grading is a precise science that measures the quality and preservation of a coin. The most common scale used to grade coins is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A coin that has survived for decades in mint condition, with little to no wear, is highly coveted by collectors. Now, the 1960 small date penny that fetched a whopping $67 million was graded as PR 68RD. That's one of the highest grades a coin can achieve, meaning this penny was in near flawless condition with a glossy, shiny surface free from blemishes. It was considered practically perfect, which made it worth millions. And it's not just about the grade, it's also about demand. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that can complete their collections, and a rare, high-grade 1960 small date penny is a dream find. Let's talk about the moment that stunned the world of numismatics. In 2019, the 1960 small date penny, graded as PR 68RD, was sold at a public auction for an eye-popping $67 million. The auction took place at one of the most prestigious coin sales in the world, and the bidding war was intense. Whoever thought a penny could be worth millions? The sale broke records and drew attention from collectors around the globe. The buyer of this rare coin, whose identity remains anonymous, now owns a piece of history that very few others have ever laid eyes on. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1960 small date penny hiding in your collection? Here's what you need to do. First, grab your 1960 penny and take a good look at the year. Are the digits thin and closely spaced? If so, you might have a small date penny. Next, look at the overall condition of the coin. Is it scratched or worn? The better the condition, the more valuable it could be. Asterisk, if you think you found something special, the next step is to have it professionally graded by a trusted service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations are experts at determining a coin's grade, and they can help you understand its true value. Asterisk, coin collecting is a hobby like no other. It's a way to connect with history, to hold a piece of the past in your hands. And while most of us may never find a 1960 small date penny worth millions, there's still excitement in every coin you discover. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're a seasoned collector, remember, every penny has a story, and every coin has the potential to be a treasure. So, next time you sift through your change jar or go through your old coin collection, take a second look. You might just have something far more valuable than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Who knows, maybe your next big find is just a penny away. See you in the next video.